Hello, this is the fish. This is the fishy fish. Yes, you like the fishy, the good smelly fishy. Yes, you like the fishy, the good fishy smell. Yes.
You know, in fact, I don't like the fish. I like the monkey.
Get the heck out of here.
Okay, right. Screw you too. God dang it. Hey folks, I've got a brand new review here for you, and normally I don't really do these kind of videos anymore. I've gotten sick of making reviews of me plopped down behind the camera yakking about a set that isn't new or already has a review that's been done way better by other people. However, for some reason I thought it was necessary for me to make a video about this one. I'm starting on the biggest Monkie Kid set yet. It's the Team Secret HQ. This set is ages 10 plus, set number 80013, contains 1,959 pieces, and retails for 170 bucks. Yeah, I'll talk about that price later. As always, I'll start off with the minifigures. There are 7 included, with 1 big fig. There are 4 heroes and 4 villains, so each side is even in terms of numbers, which is nice. First up, we've got Monkie Kid, MK, the kid, himself, the hero of the theme. This guy looks awesome. He's got a red bandana on his head, has a pair of headphones around his neck, is wielding the Monkey King's legendary staff, and has great printing on his torso and dual-molded legs. He comes with 2 expressions, one with a wild smile and some splotches of red face paint, then he has a very stern and serious look. I don't know how to put it, but whenever I look at this guy, I think I can get a good idea of what his personality is like, which I don't think I can say very often with LEGO figures like this. You could argue with that, but personally nothing is coming to mind at the moment aside from Johnny Thunder. MK is great, and I'm glad that an all-star figure like this comes in so many sets. Here we have May, or is it Mai? I think it's May, but I'm not even sure. Anyways, May has this awesome dragon suit that kind of reminds me of a Power Ranger, even though I know absolutely nothing about Power Rangers. It's probably because of the helmet, which has fantastic printing with the black visor. The dragon suit has a beautiful color combination of green, gold, and white, with the printing of scales and a dragon's head on the front and the tail that goes to the back. May's weapon of choice is a sword that has a dragon-shaped hilt and a translucent green blade. May also comes with her hairpiece that you can swap out with the helmet. I quite like it. Nothing crazy, but I admire the printing of green tips on the front of her hair. Like Monkie Kid, May has 2 expressions, one with a smiley face and then a pretty ticked-off angry face. May is a well-designed figure that gives off a mysterious crime fighter look. Next up, we got Pigsy, who owns a noodle shop and is Monkie Kid's boss. Pigsy is sporting his chef hat, wearing a sleeveless shirt or jacket, and has some mid-sized legs that have printed pockets on it. Pigsy's head sculpt is interesting, with a serious or intrigued expression. For his weapon of choice, it's a pitchfork and also a stud shooter gun with a hot dog on the end, but I forgot to give it to him. This is our batch of Demon Bowl clones. All of them are exactly the same aside from different accessories and color pieces. The bowls are named General Ironclad, Grunt, Roar, and Snort. They have helmets that represent a bowl with a gold ring nose and pink horns. All of them use trans neon orange heads. Their torso printing is notable with the Demon Bowl King symbol and furnace-like machinery, giving the idea of how these goons are all operating. One of the bowls have this big engine jetpack, and the others have a small speedboat that has 2 seats, one for steering the boat with joysticks, and the other for handling the flamethrower. There are stud shooters on each side, and a clip on the back to hold weapons or accessories. The boat is a nice little addition for the villains that I can appreciate. General Ironclad is like the common Bold clone, but with some slight differences. He has a small cape with spiked shoulder armor, gray horns, and gunmetal gray arms. His weapon is a big axe with a torch on the top. Pretty neat. The final figure is the big figure, Sandy. I love this guy, probably my favorite big figure because he doesn't look ridiculous. He has a righteous orange mohawk and a big bushy beard with a beaded necklace. He's wearing some sweatpants and sneakers, and his main accessory is a double-headed crescent moon spade. Quite a peculiar choice for a weapon, but I like it. Sandy also has his little kitty cat, Mo, who is also blue and has an orange mohawk just like his owner. Now let's take a look at this behemoth of a container ship. The best way for me to describe this one giant build is prodigious. This boat is completely decked out with play features, details, and overall design. It creates a nice shape that makes it sufficient enough to be considered as a container boat. Looking at this vessel, it seems to be telling a story, like it has a history, that it used to be an active shipping watercraft that delivered containers in the area but now serves as a home for Sandy or a base for Monkey Kid and his friends. I absolutely adore the idea of LEGO sets telling a story by simply noticing and admiring the details, and that's one of my favorite parts about this set. There are so many little things to touch upon with this watercraft that I'm just going to run them all down like in a list, beginning with the exterior of the ship. There is a fire extinguisher, caution labels, solar panels, lanterns, speakers, water bottles, a garden for Sandy to plant flowers or food, a little fire pit to cook the crab, a cat door for Mo to get inside of the containers, AC units, trash cans, octane barrels, ladders, a door to get inside of the containers, wires, pipes, smoke or steam coming from the pipes. It has it all! But wait, there's more! It's quite spacious on the outside, so you can place minifigures wherever you would like. There are tons of stickers scattered throughout the boat that add another layer of detail to it. Many of them allude to characters like MK, Pigsy's Noodle Business, Sandy, Mo, and the Bull Villains. On each side there are tires looped in a chain to stop anything from hitting the ship, and an engine exhaust that has algae growing out of it. There is a communications tower where anyone can take control and program the ship, a crane to pick stuff up like the Bull's speedboat, or even swing Sandy around on it for fun. And probably the best well-hidden stud shooter I've ever seen that Mo can control from the inside. So yeah, that was a considerable amount of details to mention there. I'm probably missing a few, but you get the idea. Moving on, we can now open up the ship and look inside, where there are even more features to cover. The inside of the ship can still be accessible through the 3 removable roofs, even when the boat is closed up. I'm going to go from left to right. On the far left, we have the little workshop where Monkey Kid keeps his mini mech. This mech is quite nice. It uses a simple build and a color scheme that matches the operator that pilots it. There's a good range of articulation, but it's pretty standard for mechs of this size. There are more stickers in the center and on the legs of the mech as well. Monkey Kid can be placed into the mech by sitting inside. There's a clip on the right forearm to hold a smaller staff, and on the left hand there is a dual set of stud shooters. The mech uses a staff like Monkey Kid does that can be held in on a loose pin on either one of the hands. However, it's not easy to pose the mech with a staff, since it doesn't stay in place. It could easily be modified though. The staff can be kept on a clip on the outside of the yellow container. On the back of the mech, there is a clip to attach it inside the workshop for Monkey Kid to hop inside or make repairs on it. The workshop has a rack of tools and another clip to hold the staff. It has a big computer monitor showing the mini mech. We have another octane tank and more pipework also. There's a ladder towards the roof that can be used to go outside the containers or to access the mech. If you take the mech out, there's plenty of room here for placing figures around. Going down, we have a little compartment on both sides for May and Pigsy. They each come with their own little speedboat or jet ski builds that represent their characters. Pigsy's jet ski has a pig face and holds both of his weapons. It has a steering wheel, a spot for Pigsy to sit, and exhaust pipes. May has a white dragon horse water scooter that has a horse-shaped head in the front. May's hands can clip onto the handle to control the jet ski, and we have more stud shooters on each side of the cruiser. Their vehicles can be stored inside of a storage space of the ship and can be accessed by lifting the panels on the outside. There's also a hatch on the top for them to hop inside the boat easier. Each side has additional tool racks and an opening for the characters to place their weapons. In the center section, we have a console area or a command center that has some control and screen stickers. Also, is that Tetris? Sandy can stand there and mess around, or some of the other figures too. Other than that, there's not too much going on here. Moving towards the right section, we have a restroom for males, females, and cats, as implied on the door. And it can be opened to...
Hey!
Oh, sorry man, I'll have to come back to the bathroom in a moment. There's a hammock for Sandy to take a nap on, and underneath there's a leisure spot where a TV is on a swivel and what seems to have some kind of video game like Galaga on the screen, as well as a nice little red chair, a remote, and mug on a couple of boxes. On top of the restroom there is a small sandcastle or cat house for Mo that he can sit inside and outside of. You can remove the cat house to access the bathroom and... Oh, come on!
Hey, I'm still in here, you creep.
Ugh, get out of there! Anyways, inside there are your typical restroom details. A toilet, sink, plunger, wrench, and litter box. It's a tad bit difficult to access the bathroom, given that it is in a tight space, but it's pretty straightforward. And once we close the ship back up, I believe that about covers everything. At least, I hope. So, final thoughts. I adore this set. I have one minor issue though. The boat is held together by clip pieces that simply snap together. And I don't believe it's the best option to keep the ship together. The clips in the back disconnect very easily whenever I open up the ship, so I wish there was a stronger connection to hold it together. Other than that, I honestly don't have any gripes towards this set. I don't buy LEGO sets very often nowadays, but when I do, I want it to be worthwhile. And with this set, I am immensely satisfied with this purchase. The $170 price tag doesn't bother me too much. The price per piece range is pretty reasonable, but I worry that the prices of these sets might turn people away from purchasing them, and I don't think they'll be going down on clearance anytime soon. I'm not sure if I'll be picking up another Monkie Kid set, but I would like to support it as much as I possibly can. It knows exactly what it's trying to do, and it has presented itself as extremely unique and creative. I hope that we can see more of this kind of care and approach from this line and from other themes in the foreseeable future. I do recommend picking one set up if you are remotely interested or able to afford them. Like I said, they're not cheap. In my personal opinion, I feel like I got my money's worth out of this big old boat. Anyways, that's all for this video. A special thanks goes to my pal Thatch for helping me record this review and voicing Pigsy in the bathroom. I'm also sorry for taking your review style, Thatch, but it just works so well. Thatch also made a Monkie Kid review on the Monkie Kid Warrior Mech, so I do recommend that you go and check it out if you're interested. The link will be in the description. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.